So before we leave Unity Trust Bank today, just wanted to have a quick catch up with two people that we'll be hearing a lot more from actually on next month's show. We've got Josh and we've got Penny here. Just explain a little bit about who you are and your roles with the organisation.
Yep, so my name is Penny Hogan. I'm the financial controller here at Unity Trust Bank. So involved in all things financial, including the year-end accounts, the annual report and accounts.
I find that's quite a multifaceted role you've got then, isn't it?
Indeed, it's very broad. Given Unity size, I've got the opportunity to be involved in a number of activities across finance. So it's a very exciting and interesting role.
Have you been here long?
I've just over a year now. So I've had a 20-year financial services background, so banking through and through.
Excellent. And Josh, what about you? How long have you been here for?
Well, I joined last year, towards the end of last year, as Head of Impact and Sustainability. So
very different roles you've got, the two of you here, haven't you? But I guess you work together quite a lot.
we do, particularly recently with the year-end report and also the annual impact report coming out as well. So we support one another a lot on how we make the financials in the bank work along with the impact we want to create.
And I know that on next month's show, you'll be in a position to tell us a lot more about the impact report, which is published later in March, isn't it? But how long does it take to put this together, and when do you start working on it, and what's the process?
Well, I think fortunately, impact runs through everything that we do at the bank. So throughout the year, all of our relationship managers are working with our customers to help deliver loans that they need to deliver the kind of social or environmental benefit that they want to achieve in their community. So towards the end of the year, along with Penny, we start working to understand what we've done throughout the year and being able to find the best way to report and share that with others. So it's a good thing to be able to work on, to look back on what we've delivered.
And customers and stakeholders want to know, don't they? They really, they look forward to sort of pouring through all the small print, don't they, on this report like this?
Yes, absolutely. Unity, the majority of our shareholders are also customers, so they are very, very interested in terms of the details of how Unity is performed. Of course, we have our double bottom line principles, so equally from a financial return perspective, but also for serving the common good in society as well.
How much has life changed in your industry, given what we've all been through in the last 3 or 4 years, in terms of the way you do your job, where you do your job, how you do it?
Yeah, it's a great question. So predominantly, from how we do our job and where we work, it's hybrid working at the moment, and that's where it worked really well for us because it gives the flexibility to employees. But whilst being able to engage from a business perspective, it's been really empowering, and it also gives an opportunity for Unity to consider a broader employee basis across the UK as well, to enable it to support onboarding talented individuals within the organisation.
And sustainability, Josh, that section of your job, that's risen up the agenda massively, hasn't it, in the last few years?
It has, yeah, and we're really proud this year that the first time we've published our carbon footprint in both the year-end report and our impact report. We'll talk more about that in the future. But sort of following the pandemic and the way we now work, we have to consider all the ways about how we are thinking about our carbon footprint, how we use remote working, and also how we as a bank can improve our own carbon footprint in the offices we're in and the way we work with our customers. So it's moving up the agenda, but we're really excited about how we can make that work with our social mission.
But it's the defining factor for sometimes as to whether people will want to do business with you, isn't it?
I think it definitely is, particularly in my role. And I think for us, we're in a really unique position with the kind of shareholders and customer base we have, who also, they're looking to create benefits in their societies, and we all recognise that the potential risks of climate change for their customers, their communities, and for all those around them means we have to start working on this. And as a bank, we're really excited to be sort of taking our first steps in what we published on this year.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to chatting about all of this in a lot more detail with you on next month's show, where we can get stuck into the figures and find out what you've been up to. But thanks for the chat. See you again soon.
Thanks very much.
Great, thank you.